Well, Deborah, I have to say that was very interesting. Once again, as I have often asked myself, am I living in communist China?
See, I was thinking fascist Germany,
Yeah.
which would be the other side of that.
You will not speak to him in that way? Well, it just amazes me, and I want to point out, we just had an election, and this type of behavior, 2 out of 3, we took care of.
They actually were not going to let an elected official, so a representative of the East Milton, well, all of us, because we all vote for all the commissioners, a representative of We the People was basically told, you may not ask the question.
You may not.
To the head of a company who's going to get $2.4 million from We the People for the privilege of allowing him to come and open his billion-dollar prison company.
I hope our viewers...
Which will make money, by the way.
Private money, right.
Which will make money off the state government.
Right.
It's
which is our tax dollars again. Right. Just a couple things that I want to point out here, ladies and gentlemen. How dare you, Commissioner Salter, say that this fella from the private prison is on a very tight schedule and can't answer any questions? Are you kidding me? He's on a tight schedule. You know, this is just like putting a 3-minute time limit on democracy when a citizen only gets 3 minutes to talk.
Well, since when does private industry outrank the public for whom these people supposedly are up there representing us?
You know, the other thing that I was caught by this, and this is certainly a very common activity by our chairman, Commissioner Broxson, which I might add will not be the chairman nor a commissioner in the near future. We got to vote now. Commissioner Cole, you say that you're going to go ahead and vote for it, so there's really not any need for your question. So we're going to vote now. We're going to vote now.
They seem to be in a hurry.
And you'll also note in there, you will also you heard Commissioner Stewart once again make it very clear. Well, I second that motion. You know, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for voting us some new people, because those of us that go to a lot of county commission meetings, this is what we have to deal with all the time. What is wrong with the citizen wanting to know something? And I agree with you 100%, Deborah. And I think we're going to see a change in demeanor of Commissioner Bob Cole because he has had enough of being patted on the head by the likes of Stewart, Broxson, and Salter. And
well, you know, Jerry, that clip didn't show what happened.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. I heard a little birdie whispered in my ear that while the county commission meeting was still going on, when they cut Commissioner Cole off and would not answer any further questions, that Commissioner Cole actually got up out of his chair during the commission meeting.
Yes, he did.
Walked out, which at that time another little birdie told me you jumped up out of your chair to go see what was going to happen.
It looked like a throwdown.
It looked like a good fist fight.
Here's what happened. Here's what happened. Okay. As the end of that discussion approached, Team Santa Rosa got up and walked out.
Right.
And the Geo Corp corporate executives followed them out.
Right.
And
the
then,
entourage always follows
Cindy.
Cindy.
They followed. And then Commissioner Cole,
he followed them out.
He watched him and he got up and he went to the back section of the dais there, and of course then I got up and I went out and I caught him, and it was not quite heated, but
it was firm.
There was a certain something in the air.
It was firm that when I ask you a question, you're going to answer it the next time.
Commissioner Cole really wanted them to go back in and answer those questions.
Well,
and they did. They did.
Yeah, well,
they went back in.
And that's good that they did. And I just want to take a moment for that. Commissioner Cole, you receive my award of Courage of the Week. It's time to stand up to the abusive behavior coming from your peer group members. Stand tall in the saddle. You did the right thing. Thank you for getting up out of your chair, running these people down, and explaining to them that you as a commissioner will get an answer when you ask a question.
And I'll just add that they would not talk to me. As a member of the press, they declined to comment to me at all.
Well, you know, certainly that doesn't surprise me. you know, I'm surprised that you even got close enough to them to ask them for a no comment comment.
They didn't see me coming.
You snuck up on
They
them?
didn't see me coming. I went through the back way.
Was it kind of like what was that cartoon where the Tasmanian devil? Did you see a lot of dust and fist and all flying while all that was going on?
I was thinking that might happen, but they just went on back in and answered the questions. A $1 million company, government contract
Right.
at the state level, or possibly the federal level. We don't know yet. $2.4 million from us out of our pockets, and they're too busy to answer a public.
Well, they're on a tight time schedule, Deborah.
Right.
I mean, you got to get your priorities in
Right.
straight.
Right.
It was fairly close to lunch, wasn't it? I mean,
It wasn't-
lunch or
It wasn't
brunch?
that close, Jerry.
Well, brunch, lunch.
It might have been brunch.
Go
time.
hide with Cindy Anderson somewhere and figure out what story you're going to tell next. So, and Deborah, I appreciate you for going out there because obviously you were the only member of the press that followed them out.
Yes, I was.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact.
It doesn't surprise me. You know, I don't know. There's probably some stories that needed to be written about the blooming flowers or the upcoming hurricane that's far more important than $2.4 million taxpayer money and the fact that citizens can't get a question answered from this group of county commissioners.
We actually had a couple more citizens who got up after the CEO got up there.
That's good.
They got in there and they got a couple questions in there, and we actually have some clips of those questions as well.
Well, and I think our viewers are going to really enjoy, especially Mr. Wilbur.
This is Wilbert Courtney, and he's an East Milton resident, and he had a couple of things to say as well. Roll tape.
Talked to my county commissioner. I know he's for this. All the other county commissioners are for it. I feel this way. I'm not from Century. I live in East Milton. I live close to where these places are. Sheriff Hall can't even catch his own prisoners really being out in jail. If I have another prison out there and we have a prison break, and it happens, then who's going to catch these prisoners? And like I say, I live close to there. I'm not in Century. I'm not. Let's put this in Guff Breeze. Well, I bet the people would be here if you'd have this room so crowded you couldn't get out of it. Another thing is just like to me, you've got one prison out there that was supposed to be a minimum security prison when it came in. That was what was proposed. Now it's a maximum security prison. This prison that's coming in now, I don't know what they're going to hold because, like the gentleman stated, there hasn't been much put out on this before I saw the county commissioners were for it. I think if you put it in pace, there would be a big row. This is not one of the best things to go into a community. Have you ever had a prison go next to you and your land value go up? I don't think so. I can't understand how you as a county commissioners can go ahead and support this without giving the people a chance to talk about this. I've talked to my neighbors. Every neighbor I've talked to, I didn't even bring it up to some of them, asked me, have you heard about them putting another prison out there? That's what we really need. I don't need one. And I wish you gentlemen would reconsider and think of what you're doing. I know it's going to bring jobs, yes, but if one prisoner breaks out and kills one person, is it worth the money? I don't think so.
But Jerry, among many other issues, I think probably the security issue is going to be the big concern for people who live in the East Milton area, and I assume for people who live in the entire county with this kind of industry coming in.
Absolutely. I mean, like I said earlier, think about it. Everybody in East Milton have been on a heightened alert for 35 days. There was 40 deputies with the $396,000 mobile command center parked out there trying to catch two criminals. These guys were not bad fellas.
They weren't hardcore.
They were criminals.
Right.
They weren't hardened criminals.
Right.
And I certainly understand that.
Well, Jerry, GeoCorp had the chance to respond to some of those security issues that had come up, and also county commissioners talked about it a little bit too, and we've got those clips. Let's go ahead and play those clips, and then let's come back to that issue, because I think that's what we're going to be hearing about most.
Right, security.
Correct.
Right.
But go ahead and roll tape.